Chicago Mayor objects reporter using term mob describe dozens looters not appropriate. Mayor Brandon Johnson spoke after dozens of arrests from a mass looting event. Left-wing Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson once again blasted efforts to condemn young criminals when he rejected a reporter's use of the word mob to describe dozens of looters on Wednesday. Johnson gave a public press conference following the arrest of 40 people between the ages of 12 to 20 for reckless conduct misdemeanors in Chicago's South Loop Sunday night. It was estimated that approximately 300 to 400 people gathered and began to take part in disorderly behavior and attempted to loot a convenience store. The Chicago mayor provided updates regarding the situation but took issue after a reporter described the massive group as a mob. "No, that's not appropriate," Johnson remarked. "We're not talking about mob action. I didn't say that." The reporter continued to press while Johnson insisted the proper term was large gatherings. "Respectfully, these large gatherings hang on a second. I promise you we have time to talk," he said. Johnson added, "It's important that we speak of these dynamics in an appropriate way. This is not to obfuscate what has actually taken place. We have to be very careful when we use language to describe certain behavior. There's history in this city. I mean, to refer to children as like baby Al Capones is not appropriate." This was not the first time Johnson attacked the use of what he deemed inappropriate language to refer to mobs of teenagers causing chaos in the city. In April, Johnson pushed back against what he claimed were efforts to demonize youth, following another night of mobs attacking the city. "In no way do I condone the destructive activity we saw in the Loop and Lakefront this weekend. It is unacceptable and has no place in our city," Johnson stated at the time. However, it is not constructive to demonize youth who have otherwise been starved of opportunities in their own communities. Despite backlash, Johnson doubled down on his defense a few days later. "Don't give people false choices. We get to do both you all," Johnson said. "It is well past do we put an end to this dynamic. Look, demonizing children is wrong. We have to keep them safe as well." He explained, "Have you ever taught middle school? I have. Have you ever raised young people? Do you understand the risk that young people take just because they're young? Do you know that home plate is at the bottom of my stairs? I found that out when my son was sliding down those stairs trying to score. They're young. Sometimes they make silly decisions. They do. So we have to make sure that we are investing to make sure that young people know that they are supported." Chicago has been the setting for multiple incidents of a teen takeover, where hundreds of young adults, usually teenagers, take over a public street with various acts of violence, vandalism and other disorderly conduct. Though the issue appears to have escalated over the past few months, these mobs have been creating chaos in the city for years.